You know what the craziest thing is? It's that I can say until my face is blue. I can scream it from the rooftops. I can look someone straight in the eyes and say, I don't want to live anymore. No one believes me. I talk all the time about how nothing matters, how we're just a bunch of things that walk around on a floating piece of soil, that there's no point, that I don't know who I am, that I don't know what I'm doing, that waking up every morning hurts and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and no one cares. But I can't help imagining what people are going to think after I've walked around for years and years and years, just putting out feelers, waiting for someone to say something, waiting for someone to care. And then one day, what if I am gone? I record audio files on my phone when I feel like I can't get my feelings out in any other way. If I feel like I want to hurt myself, but not necessarily, I don't know. It's just, if I feel like I could do something bad, that's when I turn to the audio files and I click it and I just talk for however long I need to. And I just recorded one over Thanksgiving talking about how I can say I want to kill myself in front of your face and you will still not understand. So I'm in a cage. I don't know what else I can tell you. So mental health has affected me pretty heavily in my life. My whole family actually just struggles with depression and anxiety on high levels. And my youngest brother and I got a lot of that. And my younger but older brother hasn't really. So that's kind of been a struggle where part of your family understands it and then part of your family doesn't. So when I was growing up, my mom always kind of saw the signs of depression, anxiety, right away. But I didn't, because I kind of just grew up thinking that was normal. Maybe this is just how I was supposed to feel. And it wasn't until I got into late high school, around my senior year, that I really started to realize that something just wasn't right. And my mom would talk to me and she would mention trying to go on medication. And she just kept telling me, it would help, you will feel better. And I just didn't understand. Because in my head, it was one of those things where, okay, well, can't I just fix it myself? Obviously, it's my problem. So if there's something wrong with my head, I can fix it. It almost felt like going on medication felt like I was losing. That was it. There's definitely something wrong with me. I felt like I was losing in a battle with myself. And I actually didn't even go on medication until this year. It's so weird to think about, because I feel like if you were to ask anyone in my family, any of my friends from when I was growing up, people from school, my teachers, they would be like, she's great, she was wonderful, she was always happy, bubbly. Yeah, no shit. Am I gonna sit there and say, hi, good morning, Dr. Montgomery, I want to die? I'm not gonna walk up to my professor and say that, And I also had this very deep set struggle of I didn't know why I felt that way. And I always thought, and I still kind of think this way, I have no reason to feel the way I do. There are people out there who are dying. There are people out there who are homeless. who have nothing. And I have a loving family. I am at the school of my dreams. I have meals, I have clothes, I have a bed to sleep in. What could you possibly be depressed about? And so a lot of it would turn into like self-harm issues because in my head it was like, okay, so I feel all this pain for no reason. This is almost kind of like an outlet for the pain. Like, okay, so you did this, now you have a reason to actually feel like you're hurting. And anything, the slightest inconvenience can get in my way, and it'll just shut me down because I'll think about all of the things that are already in my way. Nothing is set in stone, and that scares me so much. And I feel like, especially with everything just going on for our generation these days, we all just can relate to that so hardcore. I mean, people are literally out here saying, oh, we're not going to make it to the next 50 years on the earth. So then what's the point? Why do I have to suffer if it's not even going to make any difference in the long run? I think a large percent of the jokes that we make about suicide are truth. And I say that because over the past Thanksgiving break, I was home with my family, and I don't even know if I realized I was doing it, but I was shooting those comments left and right at my parents. But they did have to sit me down and say, okay, we hear you say these things all the time, but you kind of say they're a joke, but this is getting really serious. What's going on? And I didn't even know what to tell them. Like, is that not enough? Me literally saying to your face that I want to die. What else can I tell you? Like, that's it. It's scary because in those kinds of moments, that's when you feel the most hopeless. It's because you can't help yourself and no one else can help you. Or at least that's how you feel. And that's, I think, what actually leads people to do it. Because you can say it, and you can say it to yourself that you want to die. And if no one can help you, then that honestly feels like the only option. I was actually really worried after I graduated until I joined a club and we started doing dances, which led into me joining a dance crew where we like do actual performances. And it has helped so much because I know that if anything, they understand and they respect me, and they aren't looking at me like I don't know what I'm doing, like I don't belong there, because I do belong there. My message to people who are really struggling right now would be to focus your time and energy and self into the things that you love and the things that do make you want to wake up in the morning, the things that you're excited to wake up for and to continue with in the future.